what you have, hold fast, that no man take thy crown. That no man take thy crown. I pray nobody will take your crown. Many years ago, persecution against the church, in this particular area I'm talking about now, was very intense, very difficult and very high. And there were these people that were Christians. And he decided that they were going to kill them, but not by shooting them. They were going to kill them by making them die slowly. And you see, that kind of death is very, very painful. If somebody is shot, within a few minutes, the fellow is gone. But this one came with torture because of its being gradual. They put a terrible block, and you know, this kind of block, maybe you have not seen that kind over here. There was a particular place I was ministering. And because they used that hall for what they call skating. And then they put solid ice on the ground. And the ice will look like just the ground where you are now, very, very solid. But because of the meetings we were having, they had to put planks of wood on the solid ice, so that people can, still sit down, and they put their legs on the solid plank. But then there was somebody that tripped on that ice on the ground, that is in a part that was not covered, and he broke his knee. I mean, it's solid ice, but very, very cold. So this persecution of these 40 people, they put them in this particular ice, not covered, very cold. And as they just put them there, what will happen is that they will just die away like that. And they put soldiers so that they cannot run away. Soldiers on guard with their guns. So that those people will just stay there until they are freezed to death, frozen to death. And so these 40 people there, when they first got there because of the persecution, they were holding on, and they said they were not going to give up. And eventually one of them freezed to death. Then the next one died. Then the next one died. Then the next one died. Eventually 39 died, remaining one. Do you know it's difficult to stand alone? Do you know that when there's no encouragement and when there's no fellowship, where you don't hear the word of God like this, do you know, you'll think that you are the only one going through what you are going through. It's difficult to stand alone. So this other fellow began to wonder that before life is frozen out of me, maybe I should change my decision. And eventually, one of these soldiers there, he had been looking at what was going on. You know, sometimes God opens the eyes of unbelievers. Like he opened the eyes of Nebuchadnezzar and gave him that dream that Daniel interpreted. Like he opened the eyes of Pharaoh and gave him those two dreams that Joseph interpreted. Like he opened the eyes of the wife of Pilate and gave her that dream that he eventually said, don't do anything with that innocent man. He opened the eyes of this soldier carrying the gun and watching over these people that were dying one by one. And he saw that these people, immediately they die, the crown will be put on them, and then they fly away. He was saying, what? Glorious death? So, this last one, when he was alone, and the cold was much, and the hunger was much, and the loneliness was much, and everything was so terrible, and all these other 39 people, they have died. He was looking at their bodies like this, not knowing where they had gone. He told those soldiers, he said, I give up. I can't continue again. I can't endure again. That soldier that God opened his eyes said, you don't want to continue, come out of the ice, let me take your place. And took his place and got his crown. Hold fast what you have, that no man will take your crown. We don't know when Jesus is coming. Maybe we've gone, you see, sometimes you are traveling 100 miles and you have traveled 99 miles, it remains only 1 mile. Maybe you are feeling tired, maybe you are feeling weary. But look at all the distance you have gone, 99 miles already, and remaining only 1 mile. Why don't you say, even if I die, only 1 mile, I will make it? Why will you allow the devil to take your crown? here we are. Look at how you have prayed. Look at what God has done in your life. Look at the endurance. Look at what we have suffered already. Look at the hunger. Look at the joblessness. Look at how your family rejected you. And we have come to this point now. Is it at this point we will say, I cannot continue again? I cannot follow again? Who will take your crown? Who will take the stars out of your crown? Where do you want to spend eternity? How do you want to end your Christian journey? You have borne the cross to this point. Can you not bear the cross for the little space that remains? You have been a conqueror up to this point. Can't you remain a conqueror for the little time that remains so that nobody will take your crown? I pray nobody will take your crown. The devil wants you to lose your life, to lose the crown. But Jesus is saying, my son, my daughter, my child, a little bit more endure. A little bit more endure. A little bit more endure. We shall soon be home. Let's rise up and pray.